Hello, this is OverlordBou back with another information video, and today we're going to be going over my top 5 steel ships in World of Warships to get during this holiday season. Now, I know that the steel event is going on, so a lot of you guys have already gotten your steel out of there. This video is more for people that aren't as focused on the steel event itself and more on the regular steel ships that they're able to use their coupons on. So let's hop right into it. So the first ship that I'd be highly recommending for steel is going to be the Bourgogne. Bourgogne is one of the older steel ships and definitely one of my highly recommended ships for beginners. It's very easy to use, a lot of fun to play, has amazing HE. 380mm guns are also strong with AP as well, very strong against cruisers. This thing is known as the cruiser dev striking machine. This thing also is very maneuverable with a 33.6 knot speed. Also has an engine boost that makes it go a lot quicker. And it also has a reload booster. So if anyone gives you broadside, you are able just to punish them with the AP. Or if you're firing more longer distance, you can use HE. And if someone DCPs your fire, you're then able to use this reload booster to get your gun, well, get your guns ready again faster, and you can get a perma-fire on them way quicker and make sure it's an actually permanent one. So overall, Bourgogne, really easy to use, pretty simple, not too difficult, and very accessible to get for steel. Whenever the game unfreezes, I can show you guys the steel cost for it. So the Bourgogne is going to sit you back a total of 30,000 steel. Of course, you can use the steel coupon to get 25% off, so it reduces the price a fair bit for the Bourgogne. The next ship I'm recommending is going to be the Lauria. The Lauria is a very maneuverable, strong Italian battleship with 457mm guns that has SAP and AP, and these guns pack a wallop. They do a crap ton of damage with both SAP and AP. So yeah, you don't want to give this thing broadside to anybody. If anyone tries to fight you, give them that. If someone gives you broadside, AP them, you're gonna do a massive amount of damage. And if they're angled to you, just switch over to SAP and you'll still do a ton of damage with that. This is one of the fastest Italian battleships in the game with a top speed of 36.8 knots. A lot of time you build this ship with brisk, so you're able to get it even quicker and get it up to it goes up to about 40 knots when you do, which makes it incredibly quick and maneuverable, so you're able to rotate around the map. So always love playing the Lauria, one of my highly recommended ships. Only real downside, there's 2 of them, is the fact that it has not the best anti-air, and its citadel, as you can see here, is above water in the middle. So you don't want to give broadside to the enemy or you're going to be in a lot of pain. A lot of people are going to be saying, well, why get this when you can get the Colombo? You can get the Colombo in the tech tree, but this ship plays differently than compared to the Colombo. So if you enjoy SAP and you want a different play style than compared to Colombo, then Lauria will definitely be the ship for you. Next ship we're going to talk about is going to be the glorious Austin. If anybody knows the Austin, this bad boy has 12 127mm guns, and you have the option between SAP and HE on this ship. One of the few American ships with SAP. And what makes this ship so special is the fact it has a main battery reload booster that reduces the reload by 75% for 15 seconds. And you have an unlimited amount of these, and they just have a cooldown of 105 seconds. And this thing already has a 6.6 second reload. So when you activate this main battery reload booster, you are literally activating a machine gun for 15 seconds. It puts down so much damage. The most damage I have ever done for comparison with this ship is I've done about 60,000 damage to a Thunderer. When he was pushing into me, I was able to get around his side and just lay waste to him with the SAP. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever done with this ship. So much fun to use. It's just the DACA memes, hilarious. This is one of the must-have steel ships for sure. I just love this ship. It's so much fun. Now, downside of this ship is yeah, it's a light cruiser, so not that much armor. It does have very strong anti-air, so that is something nice to it. It also has DFA as well. It does come with hydro and a heal. Really nice for you American enjoyers. So if you want to get this ship, highly recommend it. A lot of fun. And if you guys have any suggestions for your own top 5 steel ships, definitely leave them down in the comments down below. Always love to see your guys' suggestions. So definitely let me know what you guys think of the list so far and what your favorite steel ship that you got or plan on getting. So the next ship we'll be looking over is going to be the Komissar. Now, I know this one's going to be a controversial pick. Normally, I would suggest the Stalingrad, but a lot of the time, Stalingrad isn't really used in competitive anymore due to the fact that you have Moskva, you have Petro, are normally the top ones. The only time Stalingrad is really used, if both of those are banned, and even then, it's just a real suffering at that point. But Komissar is a lot more fun to play in randoms. It has 12 240 millimeter guns with amazing AP pen and amazing HE. This ship is a terror with those guns. You can citadel cruisers, you can do heavy damage to battleships, you name it, this thing can pen it. Massive damage. Just got that glorious Russian bias. And top it all off, it is a hybrid, and those attack squadrons do so much damage. They're not there just for spotting. They do a lot of damage when you do hit a target. Those rockets pack a punch, and you can use those rockets to get like a destroyer spotted, and then you do your attack run and quickly go back to your ship and then use your HE to just smash the destroyer. The guns also have a fast velocity shells of 940 meters per second, which makes it really easy for you to hit your targets. The ship also does come with torpedoes, 3 torpedoes per side with a 10-kilometer range. Makes it very useful if you do happen to have to do a drive-by, which I wouldn't really recommend because if you look at that armor scheme, that citadel is very massive. So you really don't want to be close range. But a lot of times you can kind of troll the armor. You can use those amazing gun angles. If you get like a certain angle, it makes it really hard to be citadeled, but you will take a lot of pen damage on this ship. So normally you play at longer range, mean to long range, and you do amazingly fine. This ship has decent anti-air as well, normally for the Russian cruisers. You do come with a DCP, a heal, and you can pick between Hydro, Acoustics, and Defensive AA. Of course, you're going to take Hydro. There's no reason for you to take DFA when you could take Hydro. Way better thing overall. The ship does not have a lot of HP, so you do need to be a little bit wiser in how you play this ship. But other than that, this ship is a lot of fun to play. Really good to play in randoms or whatever game mode you would see fancy. Well, except for clan battles, because all hybrids are banned in clan battles. So you'll never see this thing in clan battles, unfortunately. But other than that, a great ship overall. Now, the final ship on the list is currently in the steel event, but it will be available after, and you can use a coupon for it. It's most likely, if you're going to do like a rough estimate of how much this thing is going to cost after the steel event is done, if we take a look at the FDR is worth 33,000 steel. So we're going to guess it's kind of around there. So you can use the coupon on it whenever it does go in the armory. But at this point, if you are wanting to get the ship, it costs about, I think it's like 36,000 steel with the bundle. So if you want to get it with that, you can. Or you can get it in the armory whenever it does go there, because the Shinano and the Archerfish will be going in the armory after this event is done in 42 days, well, as of now. And the Hoffman, Orange, and Shikama will be sent off to the Oblivion, and we have no idea where they're going. So what this makes this ship so great where I put it on this list? Well, first thing, it has hilarious secondaries. This ship has Graf Zeppelin level secondaries with accuracy level. Now, the guns aren't as big as the Graf Zeppelin, so they're not going to have as high a pin, but they are just as accurate as the Graf Zeppelin. So you can do a lot of funny memes with the secondaries on the Shinano, as well as with the HE bombers that are they never run out. They always will respawn. So you also get 3 smoke screens you can use to smoke yourself up and to be able to use your secondaries. Is really hilarious to do, and it'll definitely piss off the enemy when you're doing that. Oh, also, this is one of the tankiest carriers in the game because it is a Yamato hull. You heard me right, Yamato hull. So it has a 27mm bow. It's not going to be as tanky as Yamato, of course, but 27mm rear. It has a 400 midsection on the front and the back, but in the middle section it's only 160, so you can be citadeled here if you're not careful, so you do have to watch out for that. And it does have the infamous weak spot in the citadel of the Yamato, so you do have to take note of that, so definitely be careful of that. What else makes this ship great? Its hit points. It has 75,000 hit points, a lot of HP for a carrier, so you can definitely play a little bit more aggressive in this carrier. It also has a 55% torpedo protection, so good luck to a CV to try to kill you with torpedo bombers. It's gonna take them forever with how high that torpedo protection is. Really a pain, so good luck to them trying to do that. Now, what else makes this ship so great? That's right, it has AP skip bombers, and these skip bombers have a 600mm pin threshold. And you heard me right, 600mm, and that goes to the second skip, by the way. So if you look at the lines of a skip bomber, there's one line at the beginning, then the second, and then the third. At the second, it still keeps that 600, so you're able to citadel Yamatos. You're able to, well, you can't citadel Kremlins because it's Russian bias, but any battleship in the game, this ship can citadel, by the way. Any battleship, pretty much, except for the really tanky ones, or they have like a turtle back. You're able to citadel. It is insane. So these skip bombers can do like 25,000 salvos. The battleships, you can do so much damage to cruisers. Just redonkulous. And if you're a CV enjoyer, then you're definitely gonna have a fun time playing this thing with the skip bombers alone. But if you like doing secondary memes, you'll also have a fun time as well. The ship also comes with torpedo bombers, the AP skip bombers, and of course the HE bombers that are laser accurate and come with a smoke screen. And both of these come with heals as well, so if you time them right with the heals, you're not going to be losing a lot of squads at all during any of it. So that is my top 5 steel ships to get in World of Warships for the holiday season. I'm curious what you guys think of this list. I know that some entries are a little controversial. These are, of course, competitive ships. These are just top 5 steel ships overall. Of course, if you're talking about like competitive steel ships, of course, I'm going to be talking about like Savea, right? Savea is definitely a very high competitive ship that will definitely be seen in clan battles or tourneys coming up when it's only tier 10. And of course, the Ragnar. Ragnar is also a very high competitive ship as well. So if you're looking for competitive ships, then the Ragnar and the Savea will definitely be for you. If you're looking for more of like top 5 steel ships to kind of play, then this is kind of the list that's for you. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments down below. Well, this is OverlordBou. Thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you all later.